Growing up, I never learned how to budget. I never learned about expenses versus income or debt. I never learned about credit cards. I never learned any type of financial literacy. I did learn how to go to work. I learned how to keep a job. I learned how even if you don't have a car, you walk to work or you catch the bus. I learned that, my mother, that's what she did. She was a single mother to all of us. It was 7 children. She was a single mother, and sometimes she would walk to work, and there were times that she had 2 jobs. And there was times, let me tell y'all this, okay? There was times where my mom would go shopping. She would buy home cooked meal. She would come and cook us a home cooked meal. We would eat, but I would notice she wasn't eating. And later on, when I became an adult, I found out that it's because we didn't have enough food. So she sacrificed herself so that her kids could eat. She went without eating. And then another incident where my mother had got a second job and she was working at McDonald's. And during that time, they only would allow the workers to take home the extra food or whatever if they were eating the food. And I remember my mom bringing home like chicken nuggets or a burger, and there would be little bites from one of the chicken nuggets. There would be a little bite from the burger, and she would bring the rest home to us because they would only allow her to bring that food home if she showed that she was eating the food. So she would take a little bite and then bring the rest home to us. Like... She was the real life superwoman, and she did what she had to do to make sure that we were fed even though she went hungry. Because think about it. If all the food was coming home to us and she was only taking a little bite, then that was the serving that she was having. I love you, Mommy. I really do. Now that I'm here where I'm at, after going through a bankruptcy, after losing a vehicle, after my credit taking a hit, which I could care less. It's been going up now. After all of that I have been through financially, and a lot of things, the majority, all of the things I got myself into, thank God for grace and mercy. Even when I make a bad decision, he still looks out for me because it still could have been worse. But after all the things I got myself into, I am learning the importance of budgeting. I am learning, especially when you are low income, and that's what I am. I am low income. I only make $16 an hour, and I work 40 hours a week. And I know some may say, well, why don't you get another job? Look for another job, and I could get another job making more. I could, but I love where I'm at. I love my job. I love the people I work with. I can mention Jesus. I can witness to some customers, and I don't have to worry about losing my job. I don't have to worry about getting written up. None of that. Like, it's just the freedom of being there where my boss cares about me as a person, as Simone, okay? Not as just a number or just a body in a business, that's making the owner or the company money. But I'm treated like a person, and that speaks volumes. And that is I'm sorry, it's just, for me, it's worth more than an extra couple of dollars an hour. Right now, until the Lord says, I'm not going anywhere. For a long time, I was listening to Dave Ramsey and, his baby steps and how he was telling people, get 2 jobs, get 3 jobs, do DoorDash, do this, do that. And I was about to do that, but I'm like, I have a teenager who's about to be 15. I need to be fully present as much as possible because I'm a single mother. So I have to be even more present, extra, okay? Because it's just him and I. He's in sports, and I will not sacrifice that. There's no way I will take his sports away so that I can get another job and make more money. It's not worth it, okay, at all. What I've been doing is selling things on Mercari. I've bought too much stuff anyway. My closet is packed. So I've been selling things on Mercari, and that has actually been helping bring in a little money here and there. and I've been able to put that towards debt and get some of these things paid off. But something else that I've been doing is lowering my expenses. And I have my notes over here, so if you see me looking back and forth, that is why. So I want to share with you today how I lowered my expenses, and maybe this can help someone and give somebody some ideas. Even though you may be low income, you may not be making that much, or you may be working part-time, these are some ways that you can lower your expenses, okay? So the first thing that I did was lower my internet bill. Now, our internet service provider, which is also our cable provider in this area, is Cox Communications. So I only have internet. I don't have cable. They show too much free stuff on YouTube. I have an Amazon Prime account. They show stuff up there. I have a Roku. I don't need internet. I don't even watch TV like that. So I really just have it for my son, who also has inherited that from me. He doesn't watch TV like that either. But I lowered my Cox internet bill. Okay. And I called Cox Communications and I found out that they offer a program for families who have children who are school age, but they qualify for free lunch, they qualify for Medicaid, or they qualify for EBT, okay? Or food stamps. If you old school, they qualify for that. So if your child is in school, and this is from elementary to high school, then you can get a low internet bill. So my son does have Medicaid, so that qualified us to get Wi-Fi internet in the home for only $10 monthly, okay? $10 monthly. It never changes. It does not go up. It does not fluctuate. It's $10 monthly. Now, I did apply for EBT, but due to the increase of rent, so, EBT, they do calculate your income versus your expenses and the things that you have to pay for. So I'm trying to see. I don't care if they give me $100, and I'm gonna let y'all know if they do approve me for this EBT. Whether they give me $100 or $50, I don't care. It will help with the price of food and my food expenses to help bring that down. I'll take any amount right now. So, and then what I've been doing to help with my credit is charging this $10 for my internet bill to my Discover card and then paying it back in full when it is due. So I save money and I'm increasing my credit score. So number 2, I changed cell phone providers. So at first I was with T-Mobile. And I was with T-Mobile for years. And then that's when it was just me. And I was paying over almost $120 per month with just me. And I switched from T-Mobile to Metro PCS, and I was paying like $55 for unlimited everything. Then when my son got older and he was ready to have a phone, I added him onto my Metro PCS line, and I was paying $120 for 2 lines. So I'm still kind of, saving, so to speak, because 2 lines on T-Mobile would have been way more than 2 lines on Metro. But I didn't stop there. I'm like, nah, we got to get this down even more. So then I went to Mint Mobile. All of these are still T-Mobile services. They still use T-Mobile towers. I went to Mint Mobile. They have different gigabyte plans, but I chose the lowest one. And the lowest one they offer is 5 gigs, and that's the one that me and my son are on. I didn't need unlimited because I have internet Wi-Fi at home, and with Cox, they have Cox Wi-Fi in various places where you can connect to the Wi-Fi that they have set up in different places throughout their coverage areas. So I rarely hit the 5 gigs, rarely. Okay. So I went from paying $120 a month for 2 lines to $34 a month for 2 lines with Mint Mobile. Now, the way Mint Mobile do their billing, they have 3 months, They have 6 months and they have 12 months pay plans. Right now I'm on the 3 months because I did the 3 months just to kind of try it out, and I haven't switched over yet. But the longer the pay plan you choose, the more savings they offer. So my plan is to do the 12 months for the 2 lines, which will be $360, and it covers the 12 months. I won't have another payment for 12 months, 1 year. And that equates to $30 a month for 2 lines. Okay, versus the $34 a month for the 2 lines. So I'm saving some money there. But before, when I was paying $120 monthly with Metro PCS, I was paying $1,440 per year versus the $360 per year that I'll be paying with Mint Mobile. So that equals a savings of $1,080. Okay, $1,080 savings. So another thing that I'm doing to lower my expenses is I'm cooking more versus eating out. Shopping at cheaper stores like Aldi and my local Asian market, which have inexpensive like staple seasonings like salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, stuff of that nature. They're very inexpensive. So I've been shopping there versus shopping at my favorite store. Okay. So, and also setting a budget to avoid overspending. I remember one time I bought some ketchup and I already had a thing of ketchup in my pantry. Okay. That haven't even been opened. But I ended up buying because I forgot that I had it and I just picked it up. So making sure I have a shopping list to avoid overbuying and buying things I already have at home. Using their app to create a shopping list before I shop, which not only helps with budgeting, but it also helps for me not to buy things that are not on the list. I just put it in my cart. When I go to the store, I pull up the cart and see what I have in that cart, and I go by that list. And as I get the item, I can remove it out of the cart to show that I already purchased it, okay, or already put it in my basket. Another thing is embracing leftovers. Now, I don't mind eating leftovers, but that 14-year-old, I don't know. It's like he feel like leftovers are beneath him or something. But I told him, you gonna have to embrace these leftovers, or you gonna have to spend your little money, okay? Your spending money to buy food, because once I cook, if it lasts for 2 days or 3 days, that's what we're gonna have to eat. So embracing the leftovers and avoiding food waste by buying too many vegetables and fruits to consume before they go bad. So making sure a bag of apples, is only 2 of us here, so a whole bag of apples probably won't work for us, because by the time we finish the bag, a lot of them done went bad. Also avoiding new recipes that calls for special ingredients that I can't use for something else. So using more staple ingredients and just kind of sticking to the basics. The next thing is saving on gas. Now, I typically won't spend any more than $100 monthly on gas with my current vehicle. It's good on gas and all of that. And I literally live like a couple of minutes away from my job, and most of the time the gas is used on taking MJ to and from school and taking him to different things that he needs to go to, and also doing things for the church. So I'm going to see if I can reduce that, even if it's by $10. It could be by $5. Any type of reduction is a blessing. So we're going to see if I can reduce that. Lowering my electric bill. Okay, so it is wintertime, it is cold, and I'm always cold anyway. I could wear sweatshirts in the summer, okay? Usually my electric bill is around like $135, but since I've been doing things to lower my electric bill, it has been the last bill that I paid, which was actually due on the 15th, but I went on ahead and already paid it, was $65. $65. Now, what I have been doing is not using heat. I found out MJ, he had been battling asthma when he was younger. and he would have these flare-ups, and I was trying to figure out like what is going on. We would end up in the emergency room, and I was trying to pay attention to see what caused the flare-ups. And I noticed is when the heat, when we had the house warm and nice and toasty and cozy, it will cause a flare-up. I would hear him wheezing. So I ended up doing some research and found out that heat can cause asthma flare-ups. So from then on, I rarely keep the heat on. Like it's cold, okay? I'm cold, but he loves it. I've been doing it since he was younger, so he's used to it being cooler in here. And he loves it. He sleeps with shorts and a t-shirt on, and I be in sweatshirts, I be in fleece onesies, I have the blankets, I have the hoodie on, all of that. So if you see me wearing some of the same sweatshirts, it's because I'm cold. I'm cold, okay? That's why. So don't worry about it. I'm freezing, but I will be cold if it will stop him from going through asthma flare-ups. And it's keeping my electric bill down. It was only $65 versus $135. Okay, and that's the average. Sometimes it'll creep up to a little bit more. $65. I'll be cold and not having to go to the emergency room at 2, 3 in the morning. I will be cold, okay, and I will sleep in layers. This is the month of January, and there are a lot of people participating in the No Spend Challenge, including me, okay? No spend. So no dining out, no eating out, no fast food, no shopping, no wig buying. No wig buying, okay? None of that. No frivolous spending. I don't need to do it. I have enough clothes. I am using this month for no spend. I might carry it over to February. We gonna see, because I know it's gonna save me tons of money. I'm taking a break even from Amazon. Okay? All that stuff that's in my cart will not get purchased in January. It may not get purchased at all. Okay? Hopefully by the time I purchase, it has been discontinued. They don't have no more left or something, or they didn't raise the price. I won't be purchasing it at all. Don't get my nails done. I have some press-ons that my sister made. They are gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous. Look like I got my nails done. But I was spending about $70 monthly on keeping these nails done. And I just took a break, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Will I go back to it? Probably so, because I enjoyed it, okay? But it's going to be once I'm out of debt and once I have money just stacking. All right? I'm not... Can't do it now, and I owe people money. I do my own hair, so I don't pay people to do my hair, but I do buy a lot of hair products. So I have calmed down a lot on buying unnecessary hair products and hair accessories, aka wigs. So during the month of January, I won't buy a wig. I won't buy a hair product. I won't none of that, okay, at all. So that will help, bring in some more cash flow and lower expenses. Now, this last thing that I have done has not really lowered my expense, because I still have to pay rent to keep a roof over my head, but it has really kind of given me more control over them. So I use this program called the Flex rent payment program. So what they do is, I'm in an apartment, so they pay my rent in full, and then they allow me to pay them back in 2 payments. So the bulk of my rent payment I pay back to them on the 1st of the month, and then the remainder I pay on the 16th. It gives me more control and flexibility because there's not a big chunk of money coming out on the 1st and going to rent. So they allow you to also pre-fund your Flex account. So if I get a little extra money, I can just put it in there, and they'll pull from that Flex account first, and then they'll pull the rest from my checking account. There is a $6 fee that they charge monthly, and they also report your payments to the credit bureau. And that has played a big part in increasing my credit score. You can pay them back using a card with no change in their monthly charges, so that can help your credit score as well, because they pay your rent, then you pay them back with the credit card, and then you pay your credit card off with your paycheck. Now you have 2 credit accounts reporting on-time payments to the credit bureau. I will be trying that once I have a credit line increase on my card, because right now I don't have a large enough credit limit to pay my rent using my credit card. That is the last thing I've done. These stats has helped me, or will help me, get out of debt faster. I've already got some debts off of me, but it will help me get out of debt faster. Then I can be able to start building up my savings. That is what I'm ready to do. I'm ready to use these saving envelopes and stuff that I bought, okay? And that my son bought for me, to start putting, money aside for sinking funds, putting money aside for car maintenance and all of that other stuff. So that is the end of this video. If you have any other tricks or tips that you use to lower your expenses and increase your cash flow, and you are low income, okay, make sure you comment under this video so that, we can see. Maybe help me, help you, help us. All right, let's get this thing. Let's get it done, okay? I'm excited about what God is doing and the tools that he's given me to use to be the lender and not the borrower. I'm excited. All right, bye.